What is up, Killer Collective? Mount Killer here, bringing you another episode of self-improvement in Pokemon today. That's right, we're going to rip open this Destined Rivals ETB that I got from Target this morning. I'm recording this on Friday. We're going to talk about letting go, right? It's a very broad topic. You know, what should you let go of in your life? Giving up the power to a higher cause. I don't know, there's so many different things, but we're going to narrow it down. We're going to talk about it. It's super important. Stick around. Gosse Fleur. Oh!
I knew there was.
Oh! Oh, no way, dude. I'm going to stay with you, Eric, so Steven can't kill us. Let's fucking go. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing just fine. Thanks for asking. Woke up a little early, went sat in front of GameStop for a few hours so that I could overpay for Pokemon cards. Super nice. But I did get this one from Target for MSRP because while I was waiting in line at GameStop, the Target nearby opened, so I just walked over there, grabbed myself a Destined Rivals ETB. They even had prismatic super premium collections, but there was only 3, and I didn't really want one of those anyway. And they had Blooming Waters boxes, but I've opened a ton of 151 and none of this yet, so this is what we went with. Super sick box, super sick packaging. Excited to open this bad boy up. It's Monday. Let's go. Let's Monday go. Make sure you grab this week by the Cloister. This is more than just 2 Pokemon cards I pulled back-to-back in a 151 pack. This is the true motto of the channel. I'm trying to make it the motto of my life, right? Go out, grab life by the Cloister, make it happen for yourself. That's what I want you guys to do this week. I hope you guys all have plans for a great week. Sometimes it's the unplanned things that make it a great week, so don't forget that either. Got the Wobbuffet promo, super sick. And we got some nice sleeves. Featuring the 2 stars of the show there, Giovanni and Mewtwo. Dude, this box is beautiful, and the packaging was beautiful. I didn't get a chance to talk about it. All right, so today we're going to talk about letting go, right? And there's lots of different types of letting go that we could talk about, right? You can let go of fear, you can let go of anger, you can let go of jealousy, you can let go of something that happened to you 10 years ago, which I've never understood why somebody would allow something that happened that long ago to control who they are, control their happiness, but I know it's not easy for everybody, so I don't blame you for that. But just think about whatever happened, whoever did that to you, the power you're giving them by allowing them to control your happiness however long it's been. Like, just don't do it, right? Let go of that hate. Hating people takes more energy than it's worth, trust me. I spent a long time hating people, hating myself. It's just not, it's not a good use of your energy, I promise you. You can let go of the past. You can let go of the illusion of self-control, right? Inshallah, right? God willing. Or Jesus take the wheel, right? Carrie Underwood, which was definitely not what we're talking about in this video today because I'm not a fan of that. That's taking personal responsibility out of the equation of your life. But that could be a whole nother topic. Those all seem very obvious to me. So that's not what we're talking about today when we're talking about letting go, right? I want to talk about letting go of things that no longer bring you joy, or things that bring you joy and bring you misery, but maybe the misery they bring is starting to kind of catch up to the joy they bring, and maybe you're deciding you might want to cut that out of your life, right? It can be anything. It can be a relationship. It can be a friendship. It can be a family member. It can be a hobby, which is where we're going to go with this one today a little bit. It can be anything in your life, really. It can be a job, right? Maybe you're so miserable at your job you don't want to do it anymore. You just need to remember that there's very few things in life that bring you either pure joy or pure misery, right? Like, life is not that black and white, okay? There's always a gray area in the middle, right? That's where 99% of everything we do lives, in that gray area. And for me right now, it's Pokemon, right? I mentioned it's going to be about a hobby. That's just kind of what spurred this topic for me, but obviously you can apply it to damn near anything in your life. For a lot of people, it's sports, right? Have you, maybe you're a sports fan, or maybe you know a sports fan that lives and breathes, lives and dies with whether their team wins the game or not, right? They get the immense amount of joy when they win, and when they lose, it just brings them so far down that they're inconsolable. Maybe it's a marriage, right? We probably all know somebody who has been in a long-term relationship or marriage that started out really good, and 10 years later, maybe it's not so good anymore. Even children, right? Like even your kids, I'm not saying you need to let go of your kids, of course. But you just need to remember that the things that we love the most are the things that can hurt us the most. So just that gray area is what I'm talking about. Please don't let go of your kids. Don't go to court, when the state takes you to court because you abandon your children and be like, but Mount Killer told me to. Okay. I will definitely say I didn't. I will delete the evidence and you'll be on your own. All right, so I'm kind of getting a late start on the packs here. I've never been really good at letting go. There's been some friendships and stuff in the past that I've let go of. But mostly, I'm a ride or die kind of guy, right? Like, I believe that marriage is a commitment. I believe that when you start a family, you've committed yourself to that family, that you need to stick it through thick and thin. I believe that it devalues your effort if you... No, I'm not just talking about marriage here. If you take something that you spend a lot of time and effort and work on and then you give up on it, I think that devalues the effort. Shout out to Fada, Team Rocket Sneasel. Devalues the effort and time and stuff that you put forth. I'm probably guilty of falling into the sunk cost fallacy quite a bit, right? I think most of us know what that is. But if you don't, and if you haven't been watching my videos, I don't know why. But the sunk cost fallacy is where you've put so much time, effort, money, or something, anything, into something that it feels like you can't give up, right? In poker, you call that like pot committed, where you've put so much money in that you're kind of stuck seeing it through to the end. And I just kind of believe, I know I do that, right? Because I don't want to devalue the time, the effort, the energy I've already put in. So I am guilty of that. And this ETB is reminding me of why I don't usually open ETBs. Just like if you look at marriage, right? There's been plenty of times. I've been with my wife for 22 years, married for, 16. And there's been plenty of times where we could have given up on each other, right? And I'm glad we didn't. And either one of us would have been justified in walking away at certain points, but we didn't, and we're here and we're happy. Slug my balls, need a queen. I didn't mean to break up that emotional moment there. But a lot of great artwork in this set. But, and that just makes me think, what if, right? What if I would have jumped ship at some point? What if I would have abandoned my family and moved to New Zealand to go herd goats or something? And I would have missed out on what's been a very, for the most part, very happy, healthy, fruitful marriage. And then the other thing for me, like I said, it's got me going on this topic. Slug my balls, better tight. Is this complete Pokemon hobby right now, right? Pokemon, and of course the content creation part of it, which factors in heavily the majority of what I do in this hobby. Actually, I don't really rip off camera. I do buy some stuff for myself to collect sealed long term, but I don't really. Without this channel, I wouldn't really be doing this. I can almost promise you that. We got our first hit. It's a Titan. Of course, all this stuff is going to go into the hitbox. If you guys have not been to a Friday night gaming stream, definitely check one out and give away a ton of packs, cards, all that. Almost everything I pull in these Monday videos goes into the hitbox to be given away later. Do have a huge live stream giveaway tomorrow, giving away an entire booster box of Destined Rivals as well as a prismatic super premium collection. So here's what that thumbnail looks like, and I will put the link down in the description. If you guys are freed up tomorrow, come check it out. For Pokemon and YouTube, for me, right, I enjoy this hobby. The community is great. I feel like I've fostered and built a really great community here. It makes me very happy. Met a lot of great people, a lot of great friendships. Now it's just getting a little too expensive, right? And product is harder to get. I should not have to go to GameStop 3 hours before they open to get product, and I should not be paying them over MSRP. So it's kind of put me in a weird spot, right? I do love what I do. I do enjoy this. I enjoy the Monday videos more than anything. They stress me out pre-recording or even recording. Today is actually a lot better. Everything's flowing and everything's vibing. But for the most part, I get up here, I make mistakes, I get pissed, and but I'm not really having that problem today. I just probably jinxed it, and you got to knock on wood. I don't have any wood around here. Everything's plastic these days. So that's, so Titan full art, that's kind of where I'm at when it comes to letting go. What's something in your guys' lives recently that you've considered letting go? Like, let me know down in the comments. Let me know what you think of this topic so far. Smash that like button for me. If you subscribe to the channel, if you're not, doing this self-improvement shit every Monday. It's all about things that apply to me, right? It's either things I do to get by or things that I need to work on. And this is something that I'm kind of struggling with. That's why I'm talking to you guys about it. I hope it's helpful. If you want to keep going on this journey with me, definitely subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss these Monday videos. But let me know down in the comments, like what's something that lately has kind of got you thinking about letting go. We all have to have something, right? It could be something that seems super mundane, right? Like maybe you're in a bowling league and you go bowling every Tuesday night, but lately old Jack, the team captain's been a dickhead, so you're not having as much fun. I don't know. I don't know your lives. I know some of your lives, but not to that in depth unless you've told me about it. Like, just let me know. This is a safe space, right? Say what you want. The majority of people don't go through and read all the comments anyway. And I mean, if you're worried about somebody seeing it who might snitch you out to your significant other or something, I don't think you have that problem here. But, and now what I want you to do is think about that thing that you're thinking about commenting down below and you're too afraid to. Like, learning to let go can be hard and scary, right? Like, you get used to something. We all have complacency in our lives. We get used to things being a certain way. We get comfortable. And sometimes it's easier to sacrifice a little happiness in exchange for some comfort. But what you need to do is you need to have an honest conversation with yourselves about whatever this thing is and how it makes you feel. Like, you can't bullshit yourself, right? Self-reflection only works if you're being 100% honest. What's making you hold on to that thing? Is there something specific? Is it something that involves just more than you and that thing? Is there, is it a person we're talking about? Is there a history there? Is there how many years you've put in, how much effort, how much money you've sunk into something? Are you afraid of being on your own? Are you afraid of being bored without this hobby? Are you, like, what is going through your mind as you're doing this? And I will tell you, the easiest way for you to figure this out is if you do, like, it's going to sound stupid, a pros and cons chart, okay? And I know I'm going to sound old or like a nerd or something, but it's true. I'm going to show you, like, as an example. All right, so for me, this is how I go about identifying my issues. Pros and cons. The other thing you need to think about is this temporary, right? Is this misery temporary? Like, have you enjoyed this hobby for 5 years, but because things are miserable in the last 6 months? Like, is it worth sacrificing what could be future joy based on the fact that you are having a hard time with Pokemon for the last 6 months? That's the other thing you need to consider too. This might be a little too thick. We might be a little too thick here. I don't use a mouse with my laptop, so pros and cons. This would be so much easier with a mouse. All right, so for me, right, for YouTube, I'm going to move my mic here a little bit. Maybe if we double finger this, it won't be so hard. So for me, for YouTube, right, when I first started, or even just not too long ago in the last year or two, the pros for me was this was a hobby of mine, right? I used it as an escape from normal life. I don't go out drinking. I don't do drugs. I don't party. I don't cheat on my wife. I don't do anything. I go to work. I come home. I do whatever with the family. This was my thing. This was my time, right? And everybody needs that. Don't feel guilty about that. As long as you do it within moderation, you know what I mean? YouTube, right? I was getting YouTube money to help offset the cost. And then I had Danny. My computer's sliding while I'm trying to use it. My good friend Danny Phantump at the Card Coliseum. Definitely go check him out. He's the best dude, man. He's only sold Destined Rivals at MSRP. He's just an awesome guy, one of the true bright spots in the community. Go check him out. If he does ever have anything in his shop, it doesn't last long, so make sure you buy it. Use code MOUNTCO to save 5%. So I had the YouTube money, and I had Danny help me out with product, so that offset the cost of all these giveaways and stuff. And then we'll say community. Right? That's one of my favorite things about this whole thing, right? Like, I love you guys. You guys mean a lot to me. You do as much for me as I do for you. You probably just don't realize it. Like, this is an outlet for me. It's a safe space to talk about the things I want to talk about. I can be myself. I get to open all these packs. Yeah, I give it to you guys, but that doesn't matter. I get to open it, which is the more important part of the experience for me anyways. Plus, you know, there's some other things with the YouTube, like growth. I'm not aiming to be the next PokeRev or anything like that, but I would like to grow to, I don't even know. I don't even have this imaginary number in my head. I just want to continually keep growing. I guess I need that validation. And it sucks. I can admit that it sucks, but apparently I need it. Like, I just need to be consistently growing so that I feel like I'm doing something right. No matter how much you guys tell me how well I'm doing, which a lot of you do, and I really appreciate, there's just something about seeing your sub count grow up that lets you know, hey, I'm doing something right. More people are checking me out. And then for cons, I guess we could say time. Like, this is actually kind of a time-consuming thing. Honestly, I can't think of any cons maybe 2 years ago. There's really nothing that I can think of other than it was taking time away from things I could otherwise be doing, right? So this is a snapshot of between 1 and 2 years ago of my YouTube, pros and cons. All right. So now, as of now, that's gone. These have changed. Okay, so now the pros are the community. I still love you guys. I will always love you guys. You guys give me a little bit of extra purpose in life other than just being a husband and a father. So I appreciate you guys. Now, the hobby, I still have fun with the hobby. So we'll leave it up here on pros, okay? So right now, those are the pros. Cons are still time. Still takes time. It is hard to find product. It costs too much money. I make about half on YouTube of what I used to. And then Danny, God bless his soul, this is not me complaining. He is a great person. But Danny has other responsibilities. His allocations have been cut significantly. He has a shop to run. He has his own channel to run. He has other creators to supply with product. Like, Danny has a million other things going. And I'm sure he'll still help me when he can because he's a good guy and because he's my friend. But I can't rely on just Danny like I did back when stuff was slow. Okay? That's like I said, I would never say, I don't have one unfucking glazing word to say about Danny Phantump. So don't ever think that that's what I'm doing. Time, product, money. And now growth is now a con. So you see how quickly stuff changed in a year, right? Now all of a sudden my con side is a hell of a lot fuller than my pro side. So now if you're not, let's say you weren't a fan of the channel, maybe you're not, maybe you're like, yeah, quit, you loser, and that's fine too. Feel free to tell me that. I love criticism. If you're just some Joe Schmo on the street and I'm making this sign and you walk by and I go, hey, what do you think? Wouldn't you look at that and be like, yeah, bro, it's probably time to hang it up, right? And I'm not just, some of these are self-inflicted, okay? The growth thing is probably all me. Like I stopped putting out content. I just got comfortable doing live streams only, and then I tried to work videos back in. It's gone okay. It hasn't gone that great. I started finally doing shorts again. There's been very small growth, but I'm growing. So it just takes time to build all that up. You can't expect to all of a sudden overnight be gaining subs like that. And I understand that. So I'm going to stick with it because I told myself if I end up quitting and I don't give it an honest shot, then I'm only going to be pissed at myself. So, like I said, now just looking at that, I mean, like I said, I had to go to GameStop at 7 o'clock in the morning. I had to drive 45 miles to GameStop to sit in front of GameStop and overpay for product. That's ridiculous. That takes the fun out of it for me. I was happy because I was able to get product to give away to you guys, but at the same time, I shouldn't have to do that. So ultimately, that is a con. All right. So what do you think? Like, it's hard, right? Because when I look at just this, I'm like, damn, why are you still making this video? You should shut this video off right now and delete the channel. But it takes more than just that. Like, you have to consider it more than just the pros and cons. That's when I was talking about, like, is this unhappiness temporary? Right? Like, product won't be this hard to get forever. The Pokemon's turned the printers up, it seems like, already. They'll keep turning them up. They'll buy more print facilities, and then they'll overprint, and then we'll all bitch about how valueless the cards are. So it's just something you got to consider time-wise. Like, am I willing to throw away 3 good years of doing this on YouTube because we hit a rough 6-month patch? Like, I'm not, personally. Like I said, I'm a ride or die kind of guy. I'm not one to just give up just because times got tough. It's just not what I do. We're down to 2 packs. It'd be cool if we hit something better than a full art Titan. And remember that the joys, these big joys in life, they only feel so good because we've experienced the miserable times, right? Like, if you have nothing to compare it to, it means nothing. You only know what's good. You only feel those good things because you've experienced the bad. We were talking about sports earlier. Right? Like, watching your team win feels so good because you've seen them lose. We're opening Pokemon cards right now. If I were to hit a banger, it only feels so good to hit that chase card because I've gone through this many shitty packs. Do not take your joy for granted. Like, when it pops up, when it walks up, smacks you in the face and says, hey, you should be happy. Why wouldn't you be? Like, don't take that joy for granted. We got a Moltres, not the Moltres we're after, but we'll take it. The other thing is don't take the misery for granted either. And you're probably thinking that sounds really stupid. It's not. Misery itself is just not, it's not only inherently negative. You have the power to change the way you think about and perceive these things. Okay? Like, you can take an event that would otherwise be seen as a negative, and as long as you change the way you think about it, you can pull some positive out of that. I've been pushing that on the channel for months now. Like, you have the power to change the way you think about things. And I know one thing we were talking about is you can't change the way you feel, but you can change the way you think or something. Like, and that's not even true. Did you know that? Imagine that. If you have the power, and you do have the power to change the way you think about something and perceive what's happening to you, you can actually change the way you feel. Like, you can change the way that you react emotionally to these things happening to you. Imagine something bad happening and you don't get sad, you don't get mad. You just say, it'll get better. We'll get them next time. Crazy, right? Sounds so simple. It's not that simple, but it's a lot simpler than you think it is. I'm telling you. My whole life has turned around because I just changed the way I thought. Blaziken, it's pretty sick. TM Machine. Spide Ops, we got absolutely wrecked. So what do you guys think, huh? Do you think you have the power to let go? Let go of these things in your life that are bringing you down? I don't know. We do have this one piece here. I also got this at Target. The other thing I wanted to say, I mentioned this on a comment in reply to somebody's comment the other day. We all fail sometimes, right? We all fail at something. I fail probably more than I would like to admit. Why is this so hard to open? I'm failing at opening this pack. Dude, then I got to use this end. I don't like how these rip. Look at that. What good does that do me? What good does that little corner do me? Nothing. We all fail, right? But the only true failure is choosing to not do better. I don't even think that's the exact quote I said. Damn it. Now I'm curious. Let me get through this pack and I'm going to look it up real quick. Caesar Clown, Baby 5, I don't even know. They're getting too far into the One Piece sets where I don't know who any of these people are. Senor Pink. We got a Eustace Captain Kidd. That's pretty nice. I don't think it's anything special, but I could be wrong. I'm sure you guys will let me. It says special right there. Is that a special, like a special rare or something? That's why I shouldn't open One Piece. I usually open One Piece for you guys. And if this, I will be putting this in the hitbox. So, but let me find that. Find that comment. All right, it was we all fail in some way, but we're only failures if we stop trying to be better. I truly believe that. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn and grow. You guys have the power to fundamentally change the way you think and feel about things. I recommend it. It's not always easy, but I recommend it. If you want to be happier, definitely try it. I appreciate you guys. I will see you at tomorrow's stream. I love y'all. Have a great week. Grab it by the cloister.